This is NHTV2, North Haven Government Television, a service of North Haven Community Television. The following program is brought to you through the support of the Town of North Haven.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the May 1st, 2025 Board of Selectmen meeting. My name is Bill Piper, and I am the second selectman, and I'm joined by Sally Guamey, our third select woman. And I think as many of you know, from what's been, I think, publicized, Mike Frieda is not able to join us at this time. He's had some medical issues, but my understanding is that he continues to improve, and hopefully will rejoin us soon. So thank you for being with us tonight, and I think the meeting will progress just like it always would in Mike's absence with Sally and I here, because under the town charter we do have a quorum with two of the three select persons available. Sally, do you have anything else to?
Oh, that's right. And again, I want to wish Mike all the best and send my regards for a speedy recovery. We're all waiting for him to return, and I'm sure he'll be back with us soon. So I look forward to working with you for this meeting. You had chaired a previous special meeting in Mike's absence and did a great job. So I think you're doing a great job filling in, as is your charter duty to do so. So
as
Bill,
you would do too,
absolutely,
if it came down to. But we wouldn't have a quorum if there was just you. So.
No.
But
Well, Val and I we'll run it.
There you go.
And I think we can also, just before the meeting starts, as a further side note, is that Val and Tammy, who are Mike's executive assistants in the office here, in the First Selectman's office, have been doing a wonderful job making sure that calls are answered, people's needs are addressed, and that if they can't address an issue or a problem, they direct people to the different departments or staff or areas where they can be helped. So I don't think anything is actually. There has not been any problems that I know of or Sally knows of that have resulted from the fact that Val and Tammy have actually had to play a more direct role. So thank you, and also Tammy too, Val.
Thank you, and I will do that. And we've been doing a fine job of taking care of the residents, so we're happy to help in any way we can, and we want to alleviate any stress from Mr. Frieda while he's out, but he will be back very soon, and we're holding down the fort.
You've been with Mike the entire
16 years. Yeah, so
if anybody knows what's going on,
yeah,
it's Val.
So
Yes, you both have done a great job. I have not heard any complaints. I talk to citizens every day. No one has mentioned any interruption in services. So both of you, as well as the department heads and staff, have done a great job stepping up to continue, because that is what local government is. It provides services, and so I am not aware of any interruption of any services, thanks to. In large part to your office. Even when Mike comes back,
thank you. Even when Mike comes back, we want to encourage the residents and members of the public to continue to call into the office number, trying to alleviate some of the calls that go directly to Mr. Frieda on his cell phone, just to try to take some of that away from him when he first comes back. So we want to encourage the public, even though he'll be returning very soon, continue to use the office number, come through the staff. Most likely we can help you. So that would be helpful.
As you've been doing, yes.
If not, you would, even now you would talk to me or Sally in Mike's absence, and even when Mike comes back, if they call you and it might be something you need to, that Val or Tammy need to consult with Mike, you can talk to them, and they would in turn, need to talk to Mike. So, just give him a break, give him a chance to get back in the swing of things, and everything I think is functioning as normally as could be expected in his absence. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Okay.
And with that, we'll start our meeting like we always do with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes, allegiance.
Move over one so that Okay.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item on the agenda is public comments relative to the agenda. Are there any comments from the ladies and gentlemen who are with us tonight for the meeting in person? Okay, if there are no public comments, the next item on the agenda, I'll I'll turn over to Sally to read.
Yes, I will make a motion to approve the Board of Selectmen meeting minutes of April 11th, 2025, which was a special meeting. I'll move for the approval.
And I will second that approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And just as a note, that special meeting had to do with the contracts for
Yeah, it was an executive session.
that was
labor-
open to the public.
labor
but
contract.
It was for the contracts for the, library, and a couple recently.
With social workers.
It was social workers union.
Right, the Social Workers Union. I was just looking for the exact name, so that was the purpose of the meeting, is we've often had for other union contracts.
That's right.
Okay, next item on the agenda are resignations and appointments.
Yes, I'll make a motion to accept the resignation of Laura DeVoe, 18 Bunker Hill Road, from the Library Board of Directors, effective May 16th, 2025, term to expire December 31st, 2028.
We thank Laura for her, service on the library board, and I'll second Sally's motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Do you want me to do all the?
I'll do the next
Go
one,
ahead.
just to
Sure.
give you a break. I'll motion for the resignation of Carolyn Yacarino, 16 Vineyard Road, from the Zoning Board of Appeals, effective June 1st, 2025, term to expire November 30th, 2025.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Carolyn worked for a long time on that ZBA, and I think as chair for
Yes,
quite a
she's the
few years.
chairman,
So
yeah.
we thank her for her service.
And I'll second that. Thank you for Carolyn for what she's done on the board as well. Next one.
Did we vote on that?
Oh, we didn't? I'm sorry. That's why you have to keep me on track.
Yeah.
All in favor of
Aye.
the resignation?
Aye.
Aye. So,
And I will move for the appointment of Lisa Lehman, 11 Justine Drive, as a Justice of the Peace, term to expire January 6th, 2029.
And I will second Lisa's appointment.
Yes.
All in,
Yes, she has a very impressive resume.
Yep,
We
she
don't
does.
normally do these appointments. This is the first one I remember doing, but Lisa has a very impressive resume, and I'm happy to vote in favor of her appointment as Justice of the Peace.
I have no doubt that she will actually serve well in that position, as you've indicated, based on her resume. So,
Yes, very impressive.
all in favor of Lisa's appointment?
Aye.
Aye. So thank you. That completes the resignations and appointments. Next item on the agenda, Sally, you want to?
Yeah, we have just one resolution tonight. It's one of our more important functions pursuant to the charter, which is the Board of Selectmen must call the annual budget town meeting. So I will move the following resolution. Resolved that the Board of Selectmen hereby call for the annual budget town meeting to be held on Monday, May 12th, 2025 at 7 p.m. in the auditorium of the North Haven High School, 221 Elm Street, North Haven, Connecticut, to conduct the following business. 1, to consider and act upon the recommendation of the Board of Finance to take action regarding the budget for the fiscal year July 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2026. And 2, to establish the due date and number of installments for the payment of property taxes, real estate, personal property, motor vehicle, and supplemental motor vehicle in accordance with sections 12-142 and 12-144A of the Connecticut General Statutes. And 3, pursuant to Section 7-7 of the Connecticut General Statutes, to adjourn said town meeting at its conclusion and to submit the question concerning the adoption of a budget for fiscal year July 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2026, to a vote by paper ballot on Tuesday, May 20th, 2025, including the establishment of the exact hours of voting at referendum pursuant to Connecticut General Statute Section 7-9B, that voting will take place between the hours of 6 a.m. and 8 p.m. at the following North Haven polling place. All districts at Mildred Wakely Rec Center at 7 Lindsley Street. The aforesaid recommendations will be placed on paper ballots as the following question, quote, shall the town of North Haven, in accordance with the recommendation of the Board of Finance, approve and adopt a budget consisting of $68,495,858 for the Board of Education and $69,116,459 for the town government, for a total amount of $137,612,317 for the fiscal year July 1st, 2025 to June 30th, 2026. Voters approving said question will vote yes, and those opposing said question will vote no. I will move that resolution as read.
I will second that resolution, and very good job reading what is a very lengthy resolution.
Yes. And again, we are calling the town meeting. This is not a vote by us on the
Right.
budget. This is not a substantive vote. This is a procedural vote required by our charter to call the annual budget town meeting, which is one of just two town meetings that are required, I believe, in the town charter, the other being the annual town meeting. So this is procedural. We're not voting, we're only voting to call the town meeting. I want to make that clear.
And I think, we already had back in April, the public hearing on the budget, and people were
Yes.
able to give input. And this is really, we do this every year before the referendum. And I think, as Sally indicated, the annual budget town meeting's on the Monday, the 12th, and then the referendum is on Tuesday, May 20th.
That's right.
If I look at my town calendar.
And very important for those who might be new to town, that for our referendums, we do all of the voting at the rec center. So if you're new to town and you voted last November, you might have voted at Ridge Road or Green Acres or Montaukese. All voting takes place at the rec center for referendum. So that is something that should be highlighted every year, because every year somebody goes to the wrong place. So the more we could highlight that, the less chance
That's a real good point to
of
make.
that happening, even though it's
People
been
not
like this for
recognizing it.
about 13 or
Yeah,
but
a while
about
now.
12 years, yeah. So anyway,
So,
okay, so I think that completes our discussion, and we can vote on the call.
based on the resolution, I've seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The resolution passes. Next item on the agenda is property tax refunds, all of which are a relatively small amount, and most cases probably relate to rebate of auto taxes. I will make a motion to approve those property tax refunds.
Yes, I think they all relate to refunds. When you change your, you buy a new car, you get a credit on the old
Credit on the
car,
old.
and then you'll be hit with the supplemental on your new one.
Right.
So they are refund. In case you're wondering, why don't I get a refund? They always vote on these refunds. Well, you got to buy a new car. You'll get a refund on the old one.
On the old car.
So I'll second your motion, I believe, to approve the refunds as listed on the agenda.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that brings us to item number 9 on the agenda. The next regular meeting of the Board of Selectmen is Thursday, June 5th, 2025, at 6:30 p.m. in the upstairs conference room number 1 of the North Haven Memorial Town Hall, 18 Church Street, North Haven, Connecticut. And that brings us to item number 10 on the agenda, public comment. Would anybody in our audience tonight like to make some comments? Go ahead, Nancy, please. I appreciate people coming to the meeting, even though
It's just us.
just that Mike's not here. So
Our
we
ratings won't
appreciate-
be as strong.
Good evening on this beautiful day. It also happens to be National Prayer Day, so I thought it was perfectly fitting that in honor of National Prayer Day that I would ask all of the members of our community to continue to keep Mr. Frieda in their prayers. It sounds like he's making a fantastic recovery, but we need to continue to keep him in our prayers and hope that continues. And also, I would just like to echo the points made by the two selectmen. I encourage everyone to please come out to the town meeting next Monday, May 12th. Please come out and not only listen to the presentation of both the town side of the budget and the Board of Education budget, but please try to muster up the courage to step up to the microphone and offer your opinions on this particular budget. It is a very complicated year, both with the reval and with lots of other changes going on in a wide variety of different departments. So I think it's very important that not only the Board of Finance, but the Board of Selectmen and also the entire community hear from as many community members as possible. And most importantly, please get out and vote on May 20th. As was stated, it will take place at the Rec Center, and you can go there very early in the morning or as late as just a few minutes before 8 o'clock at night. So I think that it's very important that in this year in particular, we get as many people out to vote as possible. So that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very well said, Nancy. And again, I think as Sally read earlier, you know, we will be voting on the entire, you know, dollar amount for the budget for both the Board of Education and the for the town government. So it's really just a single yes or no vote that you're making, you know, for that budget based on the annual budget town meeting, the other presentation we had, and if you've listened to the Board of Finance meetings, all the discussions and comments that many people have made at those different occasions. So.
Right. And again, there's no voting at the May 12th budget town meeting. It is pursuant to 7-7 of the Connecticut General Statutes. We will be adjourning the town meeting for the paper ballot referendum on the 20th. Yeah. So I just wanted to, you know, Ms. Barrett mentioned Prayer Day. You and I, Bill, attended a great Prayer Day event at the Clarion very early this morning, 7:30. We were there, and I just wanted to thank Pastor Jim for organizing it. There were 10 pastors and reverends, members of the various churches in town there that all spoke some great words, and there were, of course, some special words of prayer for Mr. Frieda, and it was a great event that I look forward to every year.
A very good community event where we all came together for, you know, even though we may have you know, go to different churches, maybe don't even go to church, but it becomes a community event where each of the different pastors, ministers, priests talked on a different topic and gave a prayer on that topic. And you know, it was actually, I think, a real nice idea doing
Yeah.
it that way.
It's not a town event, let's make that clear. This is not a town event. It's all them, they did this. But we were invited, and we've always attended. And they had French toast, so I was there. You missed the French toast, Val.
I missed the toast.
Darn it.
So,
Okay.
but thank you for, you know, all the, for that being organized today. And
It was
again, it's a
very
good,
nice.
good
And
event, another good event where everybody in the town comes
We
together.
appreciate being invited to those events. We do.
We had a young, a very young lady sing
Yeah, she did a great job.
beautifully sing the national anthem.
She did. So,
If there's no more public comment, that brings us to item number 11 on the agenda. Can I have a motion? I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
second?
All in favor?
Aye.
See everybody, I too, and see everybody at the meeting
Yes,
coming
thank
up
you. Good night.
on May 12th. So thank you for tuning in tonight, and we will see you, I think the meeting on May 12th will be televised.
Yep.
The preceding program is brought to you in part through a grant from the town of North Haven. Watch town meetings or other videos on demand at nhtv.com.